The House by Tanya Eby. Performed by Rhett Samuel Price. The body is not the only vessel for a spirit. Sometimes we like to choose other frames to hold our souls. Trees, animals, sometimes a home. This was an old house, but not older than me. I watched it being built, the wood hewn and split and smoothed, joined together, the foundation laid, the walls erected. It was a good house, a solid house, a house with no soul. But that could change if the right events happened. I watched from afar, curious but not yet excited. After many years, I noticed changes to the home. The foundation sunk, and so the house was no longer stable and even. When people walked within, they were a little off balance, and they became anxious. Their anxiety tasted sweet to me, like ripe cherries. I licked my lips. The house began to age. Cracks grew, wood softened, and with every angry thought and deed of the dwellers within the home, the house soaked in the darkness, making space for me. I slipped in quietly. There was so little room at first within the walls, and it was a tight fit. But then I began to feed on the anger and the hate and the anxiety of the occupants, and I began to grow, forcing my way through the very fiber of the wood. I pushed my way through the walls of the home until I became not just one with the house, but I became the house itself, and I was hungry. Darkness fed me, and fear, fear was the tastiest of treats. But how could I get more? How could I cause the occupants of my rooms to sweat, for their hearts to beat faster, for adrenaline to course through their blood so I could lap it up like a cat laps scream? I found that I could move things. First it was just small things. I could cause a wind to blow through a room for a moment. I scared a small girl, and she cried for her mother, and I sipped the fear down. Then I became stronger. I could open and close cabinets. I could take control of insects and send them hurtling against windows until they clicked and clicked and clicked. I could drag a chair across the wood floor. I could bend the walls and floors so that the boys and girls, the mother and father, could no longer walk in an even line. Later I would draw breath and hover above them while they slept, my breath hot on their skin. They began to fight with one another. Anger is often fear in disguise, and anger tastes warm and salty. Oh, I